Okay, so first of all, what do you guys think of team meeting this week? Good, bad, worth your time, not worth your time? Yeah. What did you like about it?
I like the fact that we like how you update us, like just like reminders of like, hey, this is coming up, this is what we need to do. I feel like that's always a good because I'll be like, oh my god, I totally forgot, or like this is what I need to be doing.
Yeah,
So I like that. I'm trying to think about what else we did. We had like a lot of social media, just like trying to get more recruits. So I like that we had some time to do that because when else would I need it?
yeah,
If
good.
we did it on Friday,
Yeah,
whenever everyone's on their phone, maybe, but if
yeah,
we did it on Thursday, then I'm not gonna do it back then.
yeah, yeah, good. Anything else? Is there something you guys would have liked to be better? Something to add?
Jim,
Yeah, because we didn't do it.
I think the social media, like I like the social media, because it just
Took a long
too
time.
long.
Yeah,
And it cut out our function.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay,
That's pretty much it. I like the message. But that's really good. I'm not sure about the version.
um, we did recognition, hot news, the announcements. Now, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How am I growing professionally? How am I growing personally? Okay. Talked about duplicate yourself as staff in the social media post. And then we were supposed to also do referral recommendation practice and phone jam. Those are the last two things on the list that the social media thing kicked off. So, okay, got it. Okay. Anything specific for this week's team meeting? A topic?
I guess it's like a recommendation.
Um, okay. Let's look at the schedule. Me, um, hmm. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so schedule this week. Two interviews on tomorrow. Those are both mine. Advanced training, events meeting tomorrow, 5 to 9 here in the office. Tuesday, Kristen interview at 3:30, Lily interview at 6:15. Nothing else on Tuesday. Wednesday, reset interview at 12:30, Alexis interview at 3:15. That should be official and changed in the Vector Live schedule. 12:30 and 3:15 looks good. Yes, I believe so. I believe I started it. Okay, I trust it. Reset Alexis, and then there's an events team workshop at 5:30. Reset and Serena, that would not
Yeah.
affect you whatsoever. Um, Thursday, Reset interview at 1:15, Serena interview at 4, then team meeting directly following. Stephen, Kristen, Lily, we have a meeting after that. Training this week is going to be 10 to 6. Is that in the calendar? I don't think it is, so we'll have to look at how many people are set. Okay. Well, that's what I need it to be because I have a gig at 8 o'clock at Sephora. So I'm playing at 8, so that means I need to be home by 7 so that I can be ready and everything like that. But in the calendar, it's 11 to 7. So the alternative to this would be to have Lily or Kristen help me in training on Thursday. Sorry, Friday. rather than just going in the calendar and changing the hours. I think I'd rather just change the hours in the calendar. So I'm gonna make that note here. Change Friday, in July
You can.
from 11 to 7 to then moving it to 10 to 6. Yes. So Brisa, so what we did this last training with the section of the teaching pages 2 through 8 in training, like you came and shadowed. Brooke came and just shadowed again. She didn't actually run it, and I feel like that's probably I feel like it takes a little bit more than just one or even two times to watch it in order to be able to teach it. So what I'd like to do, if you can still come in, I'd love for you to come shadow it. And then instead of start to teach that portion of training, we'll get you on the schedule for workshops in the week where you teach a portion of that to our team for a workshop. Instead of you coming to run it for training for 3 hours, you're going to take a section of it and teach it for an hour, 45 minutes or something, 45 minutes to an hour throughout the week to our representatives on our team. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So like a workshop, have you been to a workshop before? Okay, a workshop is where there's like 45 minutes of content and then a phone jam. And the workshop is about recommendations, or it's about dropping down, or it's about building value in the product, or sharing goals, or building rapport, or names and uses, or things like that. Okay, so that's the workshop, and then there's a phone jam portion of the workshop. So assistant managers help lead workshops for our representatives in our office to help develop our team as sales reps. Does that make sense? So yes. And then after that, then you won't shadow any more training until later, probably next semester. Okay, 11 to 2, yeah. And then we have our MIT meeting on at 4:30 on Friday. So you would be leaving directly from training here to go to the Lubbock office and go to the MIT meeting. Now, for carpooling, you said that you can drive. Is that still okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get I don't think Gerardo ever texted you back on your schedule. Okay, I'll text him today, make sure that something that gets in there. Again, plan on being there for the MIT meeting. And I'll text Gerardo to see what he can do in terms of getting a meeting with you in the schedule. Serena, and then this goes for Serena, Brooke, Alexis, and James. Since since Bruce is already going to be up here and she'll be leaving directly from here, we'll just have everybody come up here, meet here, and then get the car reset and go to Lubbock for that meeting. And then you guys would come back afterwards. And then training, Brooke interview, same as normal. Any questions about this week? Make sure in your personal schedule that you set aside homework time, you set aside personal time, you set aside the time to do the things that you need to get done. That way, because again, this is probably going to be one of the most schedule packed weeks of the semester. So make sure that you're looking ahead, that you're not just going to wing it, but you're looking ahead in the schedule to say, okay, I can get this done. Okay, the following week. Sunday, Blitz 1 to 4, staff meeting 4 to 5, same as usual. Do you guys still like have you guys liked having Blitz on Sundays the last 2 days?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Talk to me. Tell me about it. Yeah. Yeah. On a Sunday. Okay. Yeah. This takes out 4 hours of your time. Right.
But it's a good thing to do stuff.
Yeah.
What else would be good? So time has to be something.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing
Yeah.
It's another
Mm.
part.
Yeah,
So it's good.
yeah, okay, okay. If there could be something that was improved or something that would be better, what would it be? About Blitz?
Just that if like, okay, you know how whenever you get like all of their contacts,
Mhm.
like, do you just have them send everybody, or do you tell them to edit it and take out like their theos and zeros, like all the people who are not?
Um,
So help with, like, us not calling like unnecessary people, not unnecessary, but like
right,
wasting our time like calling them if they're like their grandmas and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm retired, like what are you talking about?"
no, that makes sense. Yes, in training, on day 2 of training, we should be sitting down with them and taking out all the people that should be taken out. The reason that didn't happen this week is because I ran out of time. I lost track of time and I didn't make it happen. So that's something that really like I could use some help with. So since Brooke is here for the interview on Saturdays, I could just ask her to come in 30 minutes early and help me with scrubbing all those people. That way it gets done whether I remember to do it or not. Or if I make sure we have time to do it or not. And then that'll help us with making sure that we're calling the quality people, not wasting calls.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll add that to the list. Um, what am I doing? Did everybody get a PC scheduled with me? Do we all have PCs? Okay. Can you put that on your to-do list? I'm gonna clear this a little bit. And then did everybody have used a journal? Lily did not. Okay, put that on your to-do list. Por favor. Journaling is important. It just matters. It makes a difference. So, and then we're gonna keep scheduling field training a priority for that one. So, okay, let's keep on rolling. This week's schedule, business as normal, Blitz on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Monday, my interviews. Kristen runs a workshop next week at 6 p.m. If you don't have a demo booked during that time, or you don't have like some school obligation, you should be at it. It shouldn't be a thing of like, oh, well, that's just for new people, or oh, that's just for people who need help making sales. We want our all new representatives to come to workshops. If we're not at them as managers and assistant managers and whatnot, then why would we expect somebody else to follow? Right? Because people do what they see, not what you tell them to. They just follow you, not what you say to do, oftentimes. So this last week we had Kristen had a workshop prepared for you guys and nobody showed up. Which is pretty disappointing for her because she wanted to teach our team and teach our people. Part of that is, yeah, maybe you guys had other things going on. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not blaming just you guys because you're here. This goes out to the whole team. Is that we don't want that. We don't want that culture in our office that, hey, we run workshops and not even the managers or assistant managers in the office show up to it. So is it mandatory? I don't want to have to make it mandatory. I want it to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do this. It's like class for your demos. Like, if you're in school, you go to school so you can, pass your class. It's like, I want to get better at demos. So I'm going to go to my workshop on Monday night and learn from Kristen and bring some things to ask questions about and just get better at. We want to have a good culture surrounding the workshops because let me tell you, when you guys are gonna start running workshops pretty soon, you're gonna want to have people there too. And it's not always fun when something like what happened to Kristen happens, because now Kristen's a pro. She was able to be productive and make something out of it and still, take that hour and a half and make something worthwhile. But that's just not the culture that we want our new representatives to walk into. And, I know that you guys, don't really want that culture for our office and for when you're running workshops either. So, yes,
Are they always gonna be on Monday?
yes, except for tomorrow, because we have the events meeting. So there won't be a workshop tomorrow, but there will be a workshop next Monday.
I know. It's also-
Mhm,
But my last class is at 6:15.
mhm.
Is
Is there another day that you would like workshops?
Probably. It's because Monday, Wednesday, I have that 5 o'clock class to 6:15. Thursday, we have our meeting, and usually I have a slot for Tuesdays for like a demo.
Right.
For people like during the week, who like, oh, I work.
Yeah.
We'll do it after, and so. I would say Tuesday,
Okay.
or something on
What about like,
Friday if we don't have our MIT meeting.
yeah, I was gonna say Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday. But maybe more towards Friday, just so that I have I know that I have Saturday, like, for my demos.
Yeah.
Unless it's early in the morning, like, not super early. but,
Like a Saturday at like a 9 o'clock.
Yeah, something, I don't get a whole lot of demos booked in the morning. We go to sleep in. So,
Okay. What do you, Brisa? What do you think? Mhm. Okay. What do you think? In the great unknown. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's look at it. Let's see if that would be Friday morning. From 9 to 10:30. That could be something. That could be something. Okay. Put that in the calendar for now. Assistant manager, so on Tuesday, we need somebody to take this interview on Tuesday. Now, Lily was running it previously, but that's during the events team meeting, team workshop. And so for this one, she won't be able to run it. So Serena, you have church that night, no?
Oh, okay, that's actually something I was gonna ask you about. So this guy, he wants me to do a 10-minute demo. With him,
Okay,
but I don't think that that's gonna happen. So that's for this week, right?
that's for the 23rd. That's not this Tuesday, that's the following. So we're looking at.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a demo scheduled at that time, so I'm gonna say, yeah. I
Could-
should be able to do it.
You could run this interview.
Yeah.
Now you'd be missing church that night. Are you okay with that?
That's-
Okay. Okay, if you wanna put that in your calendar. 6:15 to 8:15. So 6:15 is when it starts.
Possible.
Thursday at 4.
Well, I guess it'll be fine. I'll be there like 45 minutes before. Cause I get out of class and he's gonna make us stay every single time till 2:50.
Okay,
Cause it's long.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we are staying until 2:50.
okay.
So I can do that interview. I'll just have to go straight. so I'll be here like most times unless I don't have log 45.
Okay, let's look at the schedule for the week, September 29th through October 4th. This is, 3 weeks ago, we planned all the way until the end of September, just to see how the schedule would work, so now we need to plan through the middle of October. So, is everybody liking their schedule thus far? Through interviews and things like that? Okay, so then, let's move, we'll just duplicate this. Moving forward. So it's gonna be the same schedule. So Serena, let's see. Lily, can you run this workshop on like this time moving forward? Because the one on the 23rd was because there was the events team workshop. But can you run Tuesday nights?
I can
Wait.
do Tuesday. Night.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one here. For the 30th. But then the next 2 weeks, yeah, it says the thing. Okay, and then Teresa, yours was 12:30 on Wednesday. Okay. And then Alexis was 3:15 on Wednesday. And then Teresa, yours was 1:15 on Thursday. So. And then Serena, yours was 4 to 6. And then Brooke is here. Okay, so couple of things for the schedule. James, we're gonna get you, we need to do our interview training for you. I do, we do, you do. So you gotta come shadow one and watch us. And then the second time you'll come and help us with a section of it. The third time you'll come and run the portion while we're here. The fourth time is you'll do it by yourself while we're not here. So I'd like to get that done, all 4 of those sections done. Well, I guess at least all 3 of those sections done this week, so that by the time this week right now that we're in, that way by the time of October 20 or September 22nd, you'll be able to get yourself into the calendar here. So, okay, so plan on that. Let's go through, so let's just go through the calendar for this first week of October, second week of October. So the first week of October, business is normal, nothing crazy going on. It's literally just a normal week. Olean PCs. What does that mean? That might mean I'll be getting a PC with each of you this week. This week, the September 29th through the 4th. Each of you who are going to Olean will get a PC. Either it's with me or with Gerardo. I don't remember off the top of my head. This weekend I'm going out of town on the 4th. Because my brother's birthday is the 5th, and he'll be in Lubbock, so I'm gonna go hang out with him on that day. So staff meeting that day will be on Zoom. And then Olean Push starts on the 6th. I'll be gone the 7th through the 10th, so Tuesday through Friday. So interviews will be normal. What will be different? Okay, Serena, can we give you the interview again on Tuesday the 7th for now at 6:15? Okay, and I say for now because if that might work good for James for it to be his interview, then we might give that to him. I know you want to go to church. I want you to be able to go to church. So we'll keep you there for now, just as kind of the placeholder. We'll plan on you being that. Once James trained and we look at a schedule, we'll see about if we can't get him to take that one or something like that. That's October the 7th, Tuesday, 6:15 to 8:15. Wednesday, business as usual. Thursday, business as usual, except I will be gone, but we still need to have team meeting. So this is going to be on you guys. So you guys will be running team meeting on Thursday from 6 to 8. It's October 9th. And then what I'd like is I would like Kristen to run this training on the 10th and the 11th. Kristen and Lily. Here's what I don't think would be, I don't think it would be beneficial if you ran one day and Kristen ran the other day. It would be better if you ran half a day on one day and half a day on the other. Because what is part of training? Part of training is building a relationship with somebody. And if it's like, okay, here's one person, here's the next person the next day, it's almost like babysitting. But if it's like, okay, here's half and half and then half and half, well, that's 2 days in a row with you. So I think I'd rather you guys just split it. But you gotta look at your events calendar. Okay. So
She can't.
So we'll do Kristen. I'm gonna say Kristen and Lily. If anything, just finishing or like help. I guess I did. Just so I can finish early so that I can get to Lubbock to hang out with my brother. So either helping me finish early or just running. Again, if we split it and I could run like the first 2 or 3 hours and leave at like noon, that would get me home by 2. So would you help me with that? Okay. 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 So that looks good. Okay. And then we're gonna go, so then we're back to October the 6th through the 11th. Again, you guys are running team meeting this week, and there's an MIT meeting, so you'll also be traveling to Lubbock on Friday, the 10th.
Are all of our.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. All MIT meetings will be in Lubbock. That's good. Okay. Questions on this week? Okay, let's go to this next week, and this will be the last week that we plan out. This is the 13th through the 18th of October. Business as usual. By this time, yeah, business as usual. In the great unknown. Training is Thursday, Friday this week because I go to Red River on Saturday morning. Taking a weekend trip, I will be in Red River from Saturday till Monday night. So, business is normal, except training is on a Thursday, Friday that week. On Saturday, I will leave for Red River and I will come back Monday night. So that means I will need help with advanced training. I need somebody to run advanced training, and then I'll need these 2 interviews taken. So, since the events meeting is during this time, we would either need, well, Serena, you're in class all day on Monday. Brisa, what's your Monday look like?
2:15.
Okay. Here's what I can see. I can see about James, if he can do the 5:15 one.
Also, since you are going out on Saturday, since you're gonna be on Thursday, Friday, are we still running interviews and training and team meeting?
Good point. Team meeting. I hate this about Thursday trainings. Team meeting should start right after training. So we'll move team meeting up to 7 to 9. And then the interviews, what we could do is we could take one of these interviews and move it to Saturday. So one of these interviews and move it to Saturday. So would either of you want to run a Saturday? It would probably be better if it was afternoon. Nobody's hooping and hollering for a Saturday afternoon interview. Okay. So move this to like a 4:30 interview on Saturday. Okay. And then this interview still needs to be taken. And then we have events meeting, which will be here in the office on that day. And then I'll be back for,
James.
can I put you as a placeholder for now? I'll do it. Foster, use James' name. I'll put his name there just so that we can see if you can get a replacement. And then again, Lily, I'm gonna put you here on this one, 6:15 on Tuesday, and do the same thing, Lily / James. Because again, we need to get James week that fits in the schedule, just not sure what his schedule's gonna look like. Okay. And then, and then Olean is that week, the 23rd. So be ready, be prepared. Lily, do you have you have an event that weekend. So
Is Christian? Easy.
she did not.
I know she picked a few.
So we'll have to look at that. I'd like to have a training while we're in Olean, but yeah,
Not dating.
okay. We'll come back to that another time. Good point. I'm just gonna. Fact, we'll get back from Olean. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, we're gonna stop there and we're not, in fact, I'm gonna turn all this back into AM stuff so that we'll reconvene on schedules. Make changes. So on and so forth. But I like having a routine, but we're still gonna be sharp. We need to make sure that we're doing the right things and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, I'll just do that. All right, okay, cool. All right, any questions on that stuff? Schedule for the next month, we're good. Another great unknown. All right, other couple of ideas and thoughts that I had for us. Vector Live feedback, I guess I will continue to share my screen.
Just like a quick follow-up, I have a demo at 6:30.
We'll be done in the next, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Next 3 hours, we should be good. I think we can get done by 5:20. I think we can be done by 5:20. Does that work for everybody? No. Okay. Okay. Teresa, does that work with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you had like a look on your face, like, okay. Okay, let's look at reception statistics for this. We're gonna go through last Friday through this past Thursday. So this is last week. So Alexis, you set 2. Teresa, you set 3. Brooke set 10. Elvis is in the building. Serena, and then I set 3. I think Lily was in there too on those. I think I might have set 1 last week and Lily set 2. So overall we set 18 as a team. How do we feel about that number?
what's like average?
Mm, Lubbock's at 45, West OK's at 0, South OKC's at 26, Tulsa's at 7, Tulsa's at 0, Edmond's at 31, Amarillo's at 18. So we did better than the people who set 0, 7, 0, 0, 7, and 0. But we got beat by the people who set 26. This is hard to follow. 26 and 31 and 45. So we got beat by Lubbock, South OKC, and Edmond. So there's 7 offices in the division on the report. We were in the bottom 3. So how do you feel about that number?
Not bad, I think we could definitely. Like it's better than some numbers. Like
Yeah.
we have in the past,
It's better than 7. It's better than 0.
but we could definitely.
Okay. So Friday, whoa. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Sunday's blitz. So if we set 15 on blitz on Sunday, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. That's 30, 45 total. $45 total would be the number if we hit our goal of setting 5 a day. And having a blitz where we set at least 15. How would, if we set 45, we'd be tied for first place in the division. Yeah. Lubbock did 45 last week. We can also look at Lone Star. Actually, Lone Star is probably not a good group to compare ourselves to because they've been sucking at this section. Wilco 0, Midland 1, North Austin 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, don't get a big head on this because this is like literally the worst in the country. Let me show you. So that's the worst in the country. Now they're the worst at recruiting, but best at selling. So it evens out. But let's look at North Star, who's the best at recruiting and pretty average at selling. 43, 9, 52, 63, 0, 63, 12, 33, 0, 7, 8, 78, 2, 80, 6, 30. So just to give you some perspective, Omaha, is that 63? That's Tyler Strauss. He's been our rival since day one. So that's the numbers that they're doing. So when we come back to that, and we look at those numbers, 45, that'd be pretty awesome, in my opinion. So the question is, yeah, we can have a goal to set 5 per day, but what happened this last week? We had 2 days where we set 5, and then we set like 12 and blitz on Sunday. So maybe I think we had 1 day where we set 5 and another day. Oh shoot. Hello. Hey bro, how you doing? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay, that works. Well, Yeah, I'm finishing up a staff meeting right now. Yeah, I'm closing. Okay, it'll be like 10 minutes. All right, bye. That's my goal. I forgot we scheduled a meeting at 5. Okay, so yeah, we'll get out of here in 10 minutes. Okay, so here's the point that we're trying to get to: accountability. How are we going to accomplish this as a team? Because here's our options in my head. We can either have recruiting shifts where it's like, okay, Serena's recruiting every week, Friday 2 to 4, or whatever. And each person has a recruiting shift. And in that recruiting shift, you have to set 5. And you keep recruiting until you get 5. That's like guaranteed way. I don't like that. I'm a little bit more liberal than that. I'd rather have more freedom. I'd rather say, oh yeah, I got 30 minutes before my interview. Let me call 20 people and get 2 or 3 set. And then, okay, let me, before team meeting, I got some time, boom, 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 boom. The goal is that each person is setting 5 per if each person on our team sets 5 PR or sets 5 in the IMRO. This is the IMRO, by the way. That's the number that we look at. IMRO is what is manager activity, I is internet, and then T is total. So manager activity, if each person sets 5 in the week, excluding what they do in blitz, then we'll have 35 a week plus blitz, which is 15 plus. That's kind of the goal, is that, okay, you guys are not just recruiting in blitz, but we're a recruiting team. We're a recruiting office, and we're all together. We're all in the same boat. If it's sinking, then we're sinking together. If it's sailing, then we're sailing together. And each person has to do its part. I'd rather that feel. I'd rather that approach to it. But the trick is, if there's no accountability, then who's to say, so I'm going to use you as an example, but don't take this the wrong way. Who's to say Serena set 0 in a week? What's like, should she feel bad that she didn't do it, that she didn't get? If there's no accountability, then she's gonna be like, there's not going to be any repercussions or feeling of like, oh, I missed out on my part, or I didn't do my part. You know what I mean? Unless we have some form of accountability towards that. So it could be another idea that just like literally just now popped in my head is I send a report every day with how many, or like every 2 days, I send a report with, okay, here's how much each person is at sales, and here's what you're at in C road set. Because as an assistant manager, those are your number 2 priority. Those are your top 2 priorities. How many do you have set, and how much have you sold this week? That's an idea. Do you think that would keep you accountable? Seeing your numbers like that?
I think my thing is, so
Hmm.
I think I don't.
Okay.
Like whenever I'm here, they ask me really, like, how do you get to the?
Recruiting shifts. Okay, like you said, with the accountability, because with interviews, sometimes I'm like, my phone calls are work on a little bit of homework before like 30 minutes
Mhm.
until somebody shows up.
That's good.
But I think we tried to recruiting shifts with like together.
Hmm.
Like if, for example, me versus the one and like Chris and Serena.
Right? Is that more productive? It may be more fun. I'm cool with that. I don't care how it gets done as long as it gets done and you guys feel good about it. That's what I want. I want you guys to feel good and confident about it. I want to do my part too. I want to set 5 a week. So it's like, okay, how can we get this done? And we feel good about it. We feel like we're a team and everybody's doing their part.
Yeah, I just don't like making phone calls by myself. Like I've gotten to a point now where for the most part I can make phone calls by myself.
Okay.
But when I first started, I could not do phone calls.
Okay.
Now I can. for the
Cool.
most
Well, then we'll look at something. We don't have a lot of time right now, but we'll look at something for team recruiting shifts. Maybe it's teams that we compete against each other. 3 and 3. Whatever.
Seeds help, we can do something.
It's good. It's good. Okay, let's look at the Vector Live for this week. Brooke is the only assistant manager on the sales report. She's carrying us right now. She's at $2,100 in sales, and she set 10 people last week. So I know she's not in school, but whenever Stacy or Gerardo's going to be the one making the rankings for the MIT stuff, whenever they're doing that, they're not going to take into consideration. I mean, yeah, they'll take into consideration, oh yeah, they were in school, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. And so I don't expect you guys to be doing kind of what Brooke's been doing, set 10 a week or set 10 this week and sell $2,000. And last week she sold like $600 and she set, I think 9 last week or 5 or 6 last week. She was one of our top setters, fire setters. So again, she's out of school, which is helpful to her. She can put more time and energy to this. But so I don't expect you guys to do the same volume as her because she does have more time. But part of it is saying, okay, let's all be working towards our goals. Let's make sure that we're hitting our goals. Seeing this many zeros in these categories is a little it makes me nervous because I'm nervous that, okay, is there a reason that they're not on the board yet? Is there a reason? Really, your goal, if you can get to your minimum by Thursday, by team meeting on Thursday, or by Friday night, because Friday you might be more available and peak customers will be more available. Maybe that's when you save your demos for. That way, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are stress-free. You've already hit your minimum and everything is bonus, everything is extra. Life is better. The job is less stressful. But when it takes until like Sunday or Monday, and now you feel the pressure from yourself of like, oh my gosh, I gotta find a way to get an order. I only have 2 days left, blah, 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 blah. I would assume that you'd feel a little bit more stressed, right? And I don't want you guys to feel stressed about it. So I'm not upset with you guys, but you do need to hold the line. Okay. This is our thin line. This is our strong line. You guys are the line of people that keeps our office running. And if you guys aren't selling, then I'd rather you guys not do assistant manager work and sell than do assistant manager work and not sell, because number one, that would be better for you. I wouldn't say it'd be better for our office in the sense of like, I can't recruit everybody. I can't recruit as many people as you guys do. I can't train as many guys. I can't interview as many people as we can as a team. So as a team, we're much better and I need you guys. But for your sake, if you're not selling, then you shouldn't be doing interviews. Because you need to sell, you know what I mean? So this needs to have some attention. Needs to have some attention this week. Over, if you're like Steven, I can't run this interview and get this done, then you need to let me know. If you're like Steven, I can't set 5 people in the IMRO and get this done, then you need to let me know. You just need to communicate with me. I don't want to be unfair, but these are the things that we want you guys to be able to do, is to be able to run interviews, to be able to recruit people, and to be able to sell, and to be able to do well in school. It's a lot, and it's going to be challenging, but that's kind of the whole point. It's kind of the whole point to it, is that you learn to manage yourself and manage responsibilities and things that you have going on. So if it's too much for you, come talk to me. Don't bottle it up and let yourself blow up from stress and anxiety and, oh my gosh, I'm failing my classes and I'm not making money and I'm at the office a ton and my mom's saying I should get a real job and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I get it. I've been there. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't get to that point. So if you can't do it, come talk to me. But I think you guys are beasts and you can do it. And of course, I'm here to help through it all, whether it's, hey, let's figure this out. Let's figure out what we can do. The last thing that I wanted to cover real quick is I wanted to remind you guys our goals. So Amarillo, our goal is mission 300 by November. So in September, October, and November, we want to recruit 100. We want to set 100 people per month. To get to 300, mission 300. Okay. We talked about this 4 weeks ago with our first staff meeting of the fall. Mission 300 is to get 100 people set per month, 300 people set by November, and then another 300 in December alone. So right now, let's see where we're at in September. We're about to start week 3 of September. So we're almost on track. We're a little bit behind. We need to, in other words, we have, so this Friday is a recruiting week. Well, I guess we can just look here. We're in week 3 and then there's week 4. So we have the rest of this week. And then this week. So we are behind, actually, it looks like. We need this number to be at 100 by the 25th, which is 11 days away. So, in order to stay on track for that goal. So all of this to say, we need this week, what should be our focus? Personal sales and fire number. If everybody hits their minimum this week and on personal sales and everybody hits their fire number of 5 set, we're going to be, if we set 5 this week, each person, that's another 35. So that's going to put us at 76. So then we have another week and we needed to set 25 for the second week and we can still finish. So your focus is hit your minimum number this week and set 5. And if that means you need to drop an interview to do that, don't just drop it. Talk to me and say, hey, I can't do the interview. I need to do this demo, blah, 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 blah. If that's what it's going to take, then that's what it's going to take. And I'll make arrangements. We'll figure that out. But if we look at it and we say, what's the number one thing? Your personal sales and your ability to recruit people. Capiche? Okay. So that's that. Other things I will point out, our show number is pretty low here, 16%. We need that to be at 40%. So we scheduled 41 people and only 6 of them showed. That's pretty low. Well, that should be at least 30%. So we should have had at least 12 people show. So in your interviews, call people. If you have an interview that day, you can call people at any time throughout the day. Call the people scheduled for the interview to confirm them for the interview. I would do it at least an hour before the interview starts, but you can do it 2, 3, 4 hours whenever you have some free time. Just call them and make sure that they are going to confirm. That way we can bump this number up a bit. That 16% show. That's a show to interview number.
5 hours before and they don't answer, should we still call them again an hour before? Like
Okay.
multiple times throughout the day if they're busy?
It's a good idea. I like that. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's good. Other than that, looks good. Feels good. What do you guys think? I think that's what I have for you, the big things. Main job is still selling. With the 3-way texting. Mission 300 by November. Social media good. The top 20 list, does everybody have that with them? Okay, if you could just leave it here, leave the paper with me, that would be great. You just leave your paper here. That'd be great. We're gonna do some 3-way texting this week. And that's gonna boost our numbers for set. So. Cool. Any questions? You guys need anything? That's all I have for you.
Oh, yeah, I don't have one person's number, I have them on Snapchat, so do you want me to refer the number or do you want?
Yeah, if you can ask them for your number or their number, that'd be great.
Well, like. Not like I don't like house, I just like, hey, when you even have to call, but
Oh.
there's
Um. Hmm,
job to you, just in case, if you have questions. Remember, yada, yada.
that's a good question. I might say something like, hey. I was just, hey, my job's,
I will.
yeah, that might work. That'll probably work. Yeah, so if you guys can leave that list with me,